It definitely wasn't quiet, but for a few seconds, no road noise. Yeah, just a few seconds. But overall, not much. Of course, it helps to be up early. This was around 7 a.m. There was still a little bit of man-made noise, but not too much. And once I got into the Sheep River country, there was no man-made noise at all. Up to this point, I had the park to myself. Well, except for these deer and this crazy squirrel that was eating juniper buds. They must have tasted terrible. Down the road, these bighorn sheep crossed right in front of me and walked up the hill to graze. And the Columbia ground squirrels were loving all that fresh new grass. So is this guy. Such a fine-looking, healthy bear. I've never seen very many this particular color. I kind of like that blonde look. I was too far away to hear the bear munching on grass, but I could hear Gorge Creek in the background and some birds. And a kind of man-made metallic sound. A crazy sapsucker. Why it was doing that, I have no idea. Seemed to enjoy it, though. Around it were the sounds of little creeks rushing under the road, and Gorge Creek deep in its valley, churning along. This chipping sparrow stopped in to say hello. And I found these two young bighorn rams. This one has some kind of tracking device around its neck. Research, I guess. I left the high meadows behind and walked into the quiet forest along the Sheep River and found calypso orchids. So tiny, so pretty. And when you get up close, such amazing details in them. But even smaller are these kinnikinick blossoms, about the size of your little fingernail. Shooting stars, not very much bigger. Juniper berries. Still can't believe the squirrel was eating that. The ants were busy, and one last crocus was still blooming. Down on the water, a harlequin duck. Man, the plumage on these guys is amazing. I wish I could have got better pictures of it, but it had things to do and swam off down the river. By now, Sheep River Provincial Park was starting to get pretty busy. So I made one last stop at the Sheep River Falls and sat down beside the roaring water and just let everything splash over me. I couldn't hear any of the traffic out on the road, just the splash and roar of the falls. So no, it was not quiet up along the Sheep River. But it was the kind of not quiet that I really like.